the trash. The zipper is broken. So welcome to my July 2026 closeout. I'm going to sort them for what's already allocated and what's not. I did go through and mark off completed challenges. This looks like a mess, but I understand my mess. Of those that have a place to go, and then those that don't have a place to go, and I'll be right back. This is going to be quiet so I can go quickly. So this has some place to go. This has to be randomized. And this is what I have left from my spooky summer camp. That's going to go to the randomizer. It should be 365. So I'm going to keep that clipped for now. Give me a minute. I'm going to sort through these. Since I already have them sorted, I'm going to put them where they need to go or label them to take back to the bank, and then we'll address this side. So first I have $47 toward new appliance across these challenges. So we have 47 to the bank. Just going to give it a quick count. 2. I label everything so that when I put it in my high yield, I know which bucket it goes into. What I do is when I deposit it in the bank, I come home. Once I keep this post-it until it deposits into my high yield, and then I can distribute it where it's supposed to go. Okay, we have car replacement here. Let's see how much we have. We have $13 for car replacement. That's a little low, but that's okay. We are chipping at it. Car replacement. Travel, we have 8. And I do have an envelope for travel in the back of here. So what I do in my closeout is I just pull it and put it in the back. Back to school, we have one here. It should be $23. It is. I do have a back to school envelope. So it makes it easier than sorting it all and then turning around and having to resort it once I put it in my cash tray. I did deposit $415 yesterday, so it can go to my high yield for back to school from my back to school collab. Debt, I'm just going to put aside because we're going to have another. That's got to go back to the bank. Self-care has an envelope. We have $6 going to self-care. So when they have an envelope, I just pop them in. That's where's self-care right here. So we have $6. Every little bit helps. I am going to need some foundation soon. Clothing and shoes is getting 5. So these come from my minis. My minis are basically a sinking fund booster. And some of this may also come back out for back to school out of my clothing and shoes. I usually put $5 a week, so it's growing. Okay, so these two are going to go to the bank. So for pets, I unfortunately lost my baby who was battling cancer. We miss her terribly. But I have other pets. So I have $351 plus $4. So I have $355. I'm going to give it a quick count. And this is going to go directly to my care credit card that I used for my baby that had cancer over the last few months. So I do have a balance. and it is $3.55. This is going to go to straight to my care credit to work on that balance. And oh, we haven't, I thought I had another clothing and shoes, but I couldn't find it when I peeked. Okay, so we're heading in another $11 for clothing and shoes. Birthday is getting a $75 bump. So let's see what we have in birthday so far. I do have $200 that went to the high yield from this envelope. We have $145 in here. So likely I will soon take another 100 to the bank to go to the high yield. Looks like we have 2 for Christmas, 3 for Christmas. So this one is 50. This one was 6. I lost some of my ones. They're stuck to the gingerbread house. And this one is 15. Okay. So let's see what we have. Oops, I just did that wrong. 10. Let's see what we have in Christmas. $71 going into Christmas. And our Christmas in July collab, we closed out at $323. So we have a little bit going to the next holiday. We have $6 from that mini, and we have 20 from this savings challenge. Okay, so that's 26 going to the next holiday, which is Halloween. And let's see if we have a 25 on here. We have some 20s. So I will mark off a 20 and a 5, and we'll roll the $1 over. So I'm going to put the $1 in the front, and then the 25 in the envelope. So Halloween has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That is wonderful. We will definitely have enough in there to get costumes and the things. Okay, so that is everything that, except debt, but I'm going to have a deposit for the bank for that. So that's everything that had a spot to go. This should be 365 from our spooky summer camp, which is going to go to our randomizer. I'm going to count this quick. And that is exactly 365. So I am going to go through these and sort to put all the cash in here. should leave us with $1,201 in this sorter. That's crazy. So let me set these aside. So we had $323 for Christmas in July, $436 for spooky summer camp, $415 for back to school. So with 3 collabs, I saved $1,174. I honestly have no idea how I did that, but I'm happy I did. Give me a minute. I'm just going to calculate what I'm putting to debt. I need to take out of here $274. I'm going to make it $275 for credit card debt. Okay, there's $275 going to credit card debt. And I have this randomizer that I use for my sinking funds. But I'm going to hold gifts and birthdays, which would make it 18. But I'm going to add new car and new appliance into here because it's not on here. I'm going to skip next holiday because we have enough. So we're going to have 19 categories that we are going to distribute out of here of what is here. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. I need to count this up. Have 942 there, and we are going to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. So we're still 20 categories because we're adding new appliance and new car. That was a long commercial break, but I am back to finish this video. So here we have $942, which is the remaining of what's left over. I condensed it into 25s in the $2 bills so that it's easy to distribute amongst my 20 sinking funds. I just did car replacement and new appliance instead of next holiday and gifts. So I have 20 sinking funds for $942 to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 942 and I'm going to subtract 42. So it's an even 900. This is going to go to debt. And then if I take the 900 and divide it by 20, I will have 45 apiece to each sinking fund, okay? I'm just gonna get a Sharpie. So as I pull these out, I know. So first we'll do Christmas, which lives in here. Where's Christmas? Right here. So it's gonna be 45. Birthday is also in here, which is 45. I need to make some new envelopes because they are ripping. And then we have car replacement and new appliance. Each are gonna get 45. So that's going to be plus 45, plus 45. And these little Post-its I keep because I wait until it hits my account. And then I transfer it to my high yield and it takes like 3 days. And then once it's in my high yield, I just go to my little pink Post-its that I have left over. So I know which account they go to. Car is going to get 45. So I am working on this one. So each circle is 25. So I'm at least going to circle that 25 because we're putting in 45. And I'll leave this one in front so that when I do my sinking funds, I can figure it out further. That way it's in there. So that 45 is done. home is getting 45. I have next project. And maybe that's it. Okay, so it'll go into next. I thought I had a home maintenance. There it is, home maintenance. 45. Pets is going to get 45. What is this tracker? $2 a piece. Yeah. It's 22. So that tracker's done. I'll start a new one. Pets is getting 45. Education is getting 45. So basically what I do, I don't know if you can see these, is I use my closeout for partly a sinking fund booster. Anything that isn't categorized. Utilities is going to get 45, which is going to go to water. Taxes will get 45. And eventually I'll take these to the bank. But for now, we're distributing. Clothes and shoes gets 45. Month ahead is going to get 45, and my month ahead lives in my high yield. Entertainment's going to get 45. Sports will get 45, which we are currently working on football. There's 45. Self-care. It's going to get 45. Travel. It's going to get 45. My travel envelope got emptied. Oh, I have a few bucks in it. Okay, and then this bottom row, debt goes twice, snowball goes once, and emergency fund goes once. So debt's gonna get 90. So it's the 90 plus 42. Debt snowball, it goes toward the lowest balance or the highest interest, which is called a debt avalanche. An emergency fund, this also lives in my high yield. We have 45, so that also needs to go to the bank, and then it needs to get transferred. So that is all. That's kind of how I organize my closeout. I hope that made sense to you, but these little Post-its help me because it's a 3-day delay usually for the time it goes in my bank to the time it hits my high yield, and that way I can transfer it once it's there. So now I'm just going to quickly go over all of the challenges I completed outside of my Christmas in July and back to school collab and my spooky summer camp. So I'll be quiet so I can count and show you. So that is 59 challenges outside of my Christmas in July, my spooky summer camp, and my back to school collab. Thank you for joining. I'm going to pack these up. I thank you for hanging out with me. I thank you for helping me stay accountable all month long. I thank you for celebrating with me. Every month, I surprise myself how much I really saved. I am not perfect about keeping track other than when I do my weekly withdrawals and from our paychecks in order to save and sync. And at the end of the month, I surprise myself because if I didn't cash stuff and I didn't budget this way, I would never have this amount of cash in my hand. And it works for me, and I hope it works for you. And if whatever, you don't have to save this much. Literally, when I first started, it was a couple dollars here and there. I was working on an emergency fund, and I was working on Christmas. And this year, I decided I'm going to stick with it. I save a lot in quarters and in dollars, and I go slow, and I save up, and I plan ahead, and I have these results. So it doesn't matter if you're putting away $5 a week or $1 a week. What's important is that you're saving and paying off debt and working on your future. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for hanging out. I know you can spend your time where you wish, and I thank you for spending it with me. Have an amazing day. Bye.